What is up? My name is Matt. Welcome back to Gone Digging. And if you have more metal detecting gear than your wife knows about, reach down and click that subscribe button. And speaking of gear, we're going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about the Garrett series of Pinpointer. And we've got all the way from the very beginning, the very first one I could get my hands on, all the way up to the latest Garrett Z-Link wireless pinpointer. We're going to be talking about sensitivity settings and how to run them, how to ground balance them, all those fun things. So stick around. It's going to be a great episode. Alright, so let's start all the way at the very beginning. This is the oldest pinpointer I have. This is the original Garrett Pro pointer. My guess is that this thing came out, and I'm not even sure, but probably 2010.
You got it.
Yeah, so it's been out for a very long time. This is a great pinpointer, and this really actually, the Garrett Pinpointer set the standards for what pinpointers would become in the following years. There were pinpointers out before that, but nobody really perfected it until Garrett got their hands on this fantastic machine, or created this fantastic machine, I should say. And it basically stayed this way for years. No change, no modifications. Most people know the Aqua Chigger for creating this to be a waterproof device by adding marine silicone goop on the button and on the light here and around the back cap, and really inspiring the next evolution of the pinpointer, which was the Pro pointer, the waterproof version. In between that, they did come out with a second version. The second version had a better button, had a little stronger light, but had a lanyard loop here. But for the most part, very much the same setup. No real change in sensitivity or anything like that. So then came along the Garrett Pro Pointer All-Terrain. They added a loop on the back. They created the updated button, waterproof, and the original version was waterproof to 10 feet. Now, as time's progressed, Garrett's updated that, and this version is waterproof to 20 feet. I will personally tell you it's waterproof to much deeper than that, but Garrett does not recommend it, and I can't endorse it, even though I do it. So I've had this Garrett Pro pointer down to 40 feet. Works just fine still. This is, in fact, a brand new one. Brand new Garrett Pro pointer with the built-in Z-Link, which is the latest evolution of this, which works with the Garrett wireless Z-Link system and is a fantastic device if you use the AT Pro or AT Max. So in testing all of these different devices, I felt like it was important to create a recreatable scale that anyone could do to make in their backyard with basically pretty simple tools. I used this speed square right here. I laid it out and I marked it out on a piece of paper. So if you guys have any questions how to measure against what you have at home, that is how I made my scale. If you'll notice, my scale starts at 0, that's 1 inch in and 1 inch here. Really, I'm probably going to draw an intersection here, and we're going to put the corner of the pinpointer right there, and I will upgrade that for you guys to see, because it really should start at 0 and 0 and then 1 to get a good, reasonable side profile. Actually, no, you know what? We'll be fine just like that. So 0 and 0 will be here, and we're going to test the depth off the tip and then off the side. So let's talk about targets. Targets that we're going to use for this test, I really believe it's important to have a good variety of target selection. So in this, I have one original Civil War box plate. I found this one last year, and you can find that in the videos. I have one mercury dime, 1944. And I have one gold ring. All different compositions of metal, silver, gold, lead, brass, and lead. And if we wanted to make it a reasonable test, we'd even throw maybe a brass button in there. But I think this is a great representation of one, size of target, two, material makeup, and shape of all of these. So that's what we're going to be using as our targets. And we're going to start at the original Garrett Pro pointer. And we are going to start there, and we're going to go through the generations to see how they've changed and see what you can expect out of the newest models. Alright, so Garrett Pro pointer on and set at 0. We're going to start with the Civil War bullet. And the baby's happy about that. Let's say it first starts picking it up about 1.5 inches away. And down the side. Oh, that's a little better. Maybe 1.75 inches. Silver coin. Oh, 1 inch on the silver coin. Remember, this has 0 settings for sensitivity. And 1 inch on the side as well. So maybe a little better than 1 inch, not much. Gold ring. Still set at 0. That's better. That's about like the bullet was, 1.75 inches. And on the side, inch and a half maybe. Now let's see the US box plate. Large target, should pick it up farther away. Three inches there. And again on the side. Wow. We'll call that 2.5. That's about right. Okay, there you go. The original Garrett Pro pointer. All right, Pro pointer version 2. We'll start at 5 inches. Strong at 2 inches on the bullet. Coming this way. Still about 2 inches. A little stronger backwards. It's larger target. All right. Down the side, square 2 inches, 2 inches still, and about, let's call it 2 inches too. All right, silver coin. Ooh, 1.25 inches there, and that's pretty, I mean, there's no little bit of falsing or anything there. About 1.5 inches maybe. Okay, gold ring. Square it right at 2 inches. And down the side, we'll go a little bit above. Oh, that's a little better off the side. 2.25. And finally, the US box plate. Wow. That's right at 4 inches away. That's pretty good. And off the side, I wasn't expecting that at all. 3.25 off the side. There we go. All right. Up next, the original, or the Garrett AT Pro pointer. All right, starting off first, the bullet. All right, now, and I'll remind you, this is an adjustable setting pinpointer, and it is set to the highest setting. So it starts to pick it up just under 2 3/4 inches. Turn it this way. All right, at 2. It's a louder target that way. Ooh. The nose of the bullet's a little shallower. Oh, that's way above 2. Much stronger off the side. 2 3/4, 2 1/2. All right, next, silver dime. Silver dime is the smallest target we have here. Right at 2 inches. And then off the side. Just a little better than 2 inches. Gold ring. Wow. It's a much larger surface area, larger target, 3 inches on that. That's pretty impressive. Right at 3 inches on that. And then the US box plate. Wow, that thing picked it up. 5 1/2, 5 1/4. There you go. And then off the side. Right at 4. Yeah, maybe 4 1/4 off the side. So very impressive with that. And then what it sounds like, completely touching the target. There you go. Okay, last but not least, the Garrett Z-Link Wireless AT Pro Pointer. Bullet. Three. So pretty strong at 3 inches there. And down the side. Two and a half, 2 3/4. About the same there. Next, the silver coin. 2 inches. Pretty consistent with the AT non-Z-Link version. About 1.5 inches on the side. The gold ring. Right at 3 inches on the gold ring. About 2 1/4 off the side. And lastly, the US box plate. 5 1/4. And off the side. Three 3/4 off the side. So there you go. I know that seems like a really simple test, but a lot of times there's so many pinpointers out on the market. This is just a highlight of the Garrett AT Pinpointer or the Garrett Pro Pointer series, and a little bit of the evolution from the beginning to what's current. As you can see, it changed a lot over the years with sensitivities, and Garrett obviously improved these All of these are genuine Garrett products. The scale is what you see, nothing fancy, nothing special, and something you could recreate at home if you chose to do so. My measurements aren't 100% accurate or scientific, but they are my own and they are to my ruler scale. So what you saw was my best way of trying to show you the differences between all of them. The last thing I would do is tell you the speakers have changed over the years. They've gotten louder. They all sound almost identical when touching the target. Just the volume's changed. So there you go. There's a bunch of different features and settings, like the newer Garretts have a lost mode. After 2 or 3 minutes, they'll beep to alert you where they are with zero activity. They all, like I said, they are waterproof. The different versions were waterproof to different feet. But what I really wanted to demonstrate was the overall sensitivity of each one. They're a great pinpointer, great machine. They are really worth their weight in gold when looking for a target, gold so to speak, when looking for a target, or even stand alone. I can't tell you how many targets I have found that have been great on the bottom of a river just using a pinpointer. If you want to be a super cheapskate and you want to go search your hands and knees or go diving, this is an excellent option for diving. So again, if you reach down, click that subscribe button. If you like this button, or if you like this video, click that like button. If there's anything I can do to change or improve upon this, let me know. I'll be doing some more of these videos in the future, specifically with the XP Deus, the Mind Lab, the blah, 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 blah that comes out next. Newest and greatest and latest, all that stuff. As always, thanks for watching. My name's Matt. We'll see you next time. Someone over there is asking about how much gear I have after that funny joke.
There's no way of knowing.
What do you mean there's no way of knowing? The baby knows. The baby always knows.